Hey everyone, welcome to this last video in the intro to Facebook ads where we're going to be talking about setting up your business manager account. As you can see here, the page that you want to go to is business.facebook.com if you have not already done this. All right, if you already have an ads account, then this video will just be a recap for you. But if you haven't, then of course I want to walk through the process. So when you come here, it's going to ask you to log in. Now, I just created a brand new account so I can go through this as you will, because you have to have a Facebook account. So if you don't have a Facebook account, like a personal Facebook profile, you're going to have to create one to use the Business Manager. If you do have one already, then you're just going to log in with that, and then you'll create your Business Manager account right here. So it'll ask you to name your business. And I'm just gonna call this one Facebook ads course, and then we're gonna continue. Oh, it's not valid. How about ads course? That's valid. All right, then I'll name myself and my business email. That's the email I'm using for this. And then finish. And then this will create our new Business Manager home, and it'll take us in. And this is what you will see as soon as you get in here. You don't really have to go through all this because I'm going to go through it with you. So I am going to show in the future, I'm going to show actual ads and case studies from my own ads account and things that I'm doing, but it's important for me right now to walk through this process with you because, again, if we have brand new people to this, I don't want you to be confused getting started, so I want to make sure that it's really authentic and legit with how this would be done for anybody just getting started. All right, so when you come in, you may have a business account already, you may not, but it'll basically look like this when you're brand new. All right, so the first things that you have to do, Facebook will really kind of walk you through, but before we even go any further, I want you to know you can choose a photo here for a profile picture if you want. You can choose a cover photo here, of course, and then really what you're going to want to do when you start is you're going to set up an ad account. Okay, so you don't have an ad account yet. And we're going to set that up now. All right, but as a walkthrough of looking at the overall layout here, you can see that it's giving you some messages here of things that it knows you need to get set up. Telling you don't have any pages yet, so this is where notifications show up here when you are running ads, and this is where your help is right here if you need to contact. Ask the community anything. Support inbox will take you to where you can actually message support with any questions that you have. And then up here is where your menu is. So this is what it will look like for you when you get into a brand new account before you have any pages or anything really set up. The Business Manager is where we start. So this is the Business Manager home screen that will give you a snapshot of your pages and your ad accounts when you log in. We don't have access to this yet because we didn't connect a payment yet. So the first thing you really want to do is go to your business settings. And you can see in here, this is you. You're the only person that will be on to the account, but you can add new people by inviting them by email. You can make them an employee. You can make them an admin. It tells you here what types of access that gives them, and that allows you to be able to bring people into your account to work on your business with you or for you. And then you can assign things to them. We'll talk about all that more. Pages, this is where you create your pages. You can either add a page that you own, request access to a page that maybe somebody else owns that you'll be working on, or you can create a brand new page for your business. So if you've already had an ad account, or if you already had a business page set up but you never had a business ad account, that's what you would do here. You would request access, or you would request access to your page. Oh, I'm sorry, you would add a page, you'd claim a page right here. Sorry about that. So if you already have a page that's yours, but you created it under your personal account and now you have a business account, you're going to add that page here. Basically, you're claiming it so it gets moved over into your business account and you can run ads from it. And then ad accounts, this is where you'll create your first ad account. So that's why we're in the settings. First thing you have to do is add an account. If you already have one, like if you had a personal one, you can move it over. You can request, this is where you would request access if you were like working on somebody's account for them. And then here's where you can create a brand new one. Give it a name. Let's just call it account 1. It's advertising on behalf of ads course, what I named my thing. You want to set your time zone to wherever you're going to be advertising. All right, so I'm going to leave mine Eastern Standard Time, or you could put it on Facebook's timeline. If you're going to be advertising in the US, you could go with either one. Facebook runs on a California timeline, but you want to understand the ads timeline for the place that you're going to be advertising. So if you're in a different country and you want to advertise in the US, put it on a US time zone. If you are going to be running local ads in your specific area and you're in Central Standard Time, put it on Central Standard Time. That way it's not confusing for you and you don't have to try to convert time zones. You just know that you're always in the same time zone your ads are running on. No payment methods available yet. That's something that we will have to add. Currency, of course, whatever your currency is. Okay, so you'll create the account. You'll add yourself to the account. Except give yourself full access, the admin access there. So you're the account admin now of this account. And then this, you can add people. So Facebook breaks it down into levels because you can have different ad accounts. So you could have multiple ad accounts for different businesses if you had multiple businesses, and then you could assign people to each different account if you wanted to. All right, you can create apps with Facebook. We're not going to talk about that. Pixels. This is one of the second things that you're going to want to do, but we're going to, well, not second things. We're going to talk about Facebook Pixels in a completely separate video. This is a really important part, so it gets its own video, its own section, really, all dedicated to the Facebook Pixel. This is like the engine that makes the whole train go. Product catalogs is for like e-commerce stores where you can import your catalog right into Facebook. Instagram accounts, this is where you can connect any Instagram accounts you have. Basically the same way. You would just enter the username and the password and it would go through bringing that in for you. And then we're not really going to worry about any of this stuff down here because it's really not relevant right now. And then up here, this is really just kind of a different projects or way that if you have, a team, you can create a project for everybody to work on. This is where you can bring partners into your business. Payments. This is something that you want to get started with right away because you can't run an ad until you add a payment method. Now, I'm not going to actually add a payment method in front of you, but you get the idea. This is exactly what you would do here. You would enter your card number, security, all that good stuff, and then you would continue. It would verify that your card is active, and then you would be good. And then you would have a payment info on file. This is in case you need to delete your business or change anything in here. This is where you can set how your notifications are delivered. So you might want to look at this because Facebook will send you notifications based on all of these things. So if you don't want to get notifications about certain things, then you want to check them off in here. And if you want email notifications on, like that's all the stuff you can do in here. And then request, of course. And then over here they have this setup guide, which walks you through the basic process. So we set up our ad account. We're going to talk about creating a page in a separate thing. We're going to talk about your pixel in a separate thing. And we already added ourselves as an admin to the account. So that's really it. That's kind of the basics. Now, going back here, now you have your ad account set up and you have your payment method set up. That's all you really need at this point if you're following along with me as we go through this. If you're already, you already have this stuff and you're already there, then that's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll catch up as we go through these videos. So when you look in here, again, the ads manager not available simply because no payment method has been put into this yet. But when you look in here, these are all the things that you have available to you. So when it comes to this, the planning, the Creative Hub is an important thing to look at. We're going to look at this separately in a different video again because it's really valuable. It's Facebook giving you great information on their platform, so it's worth looking at. these are mock-ups where you can explore the different types of ads. These are all different types of ads that you can create. There's categories here, interactive, which are the carousel ads, where you can tell a story through different slides. And then the canvas ad, which is like a complete screen ad that lets people actually zoom in and see like blog posts or content or information within the Facebook newsfeed platform. There's video ads, from creating, your standard video to a 360 video, to a link ad or a slideshow, which is basically, of course, just a video with a bunch of slides connected. And then there's image ads, pretty basic. There's image with nothing in it, or an image that's like a conversion link ad where the whole image is a link if they click on it. And then there's the Instagram ads, of course, where you can connect an Instagram ad and do basically all the same things within Instagram. So these are the different types of ads. We're going to talk about all of these in the future. They all have their purposes and their places. And this is a great place where you can actually create mock-ups of any different type of ad, and you get to see what it looks like right here in the platform. Get Inspired is a place, obviously, for inspiration, where you can come see different types of those ads that I guess Facebook pulls examples from companies that have successfully run those types of ads for their business. You can even send it right to your mobile phone to see what it looks like actually on the screen. You'll notice when we go through all of these that most of them are displaying in mobile format because mobile is king nowadays. But you can see these are all real brands and real examples that you can pull and look what they did and see how it was successful and what goes into making a great ad. And again, a place to create your own mock-up. And then finally, this is something we'll talk about later. It's where you can text. There's a text rule when it comes to images. Facebook doesn't like too much text because they consider that kind of cheating. So you can check that here by uploading images, and they'll tell you where your rating is at. Other tools that you have in here, Power Editor is really just a different form of the ads manager. The Power Editor lets you create ads, edit ads, and do all kinds of things. Again, I can't create anything yet because I need to add a payment method. And when you go to Ads Manager for the first time, that's the first thing that it'll prompt you for, add payment method in the green button here, because you can't create an ad until you add a payment method. So this is what your billing section looks like when you're in there. Billing and payment methods is where you can go to add a payment method as well. And then other things, ads reporting, like we'll cover this later. This helps you analyze your data. Audience insights, you can see this in here. This is a way that you can look at the overall audience on Facebook and get insights about what type of people they are, all right, and relationship status, education level. Basically, this is where, this right now is looking at the entire United States, right, and it's giving you a breakdown. It's saying there's up to 200 million active monthly users, 54% women, 46% men in these age groups. This is how it breaks down: relationship status, education, job titles. Like you can see, and then if you put different kinds of interests in there, you can get a little bit more detailed. And we're going to talk about all of this in depth in the future. For those of you who know, Audience Insights recently won a massive update. It's not as valuable, in my opinion, as it used to be, but it can still be it's still worth noting because it can present some helpful information for you when it comes to like learning about your audience and how they interact with Facebook and how they use the platform. And then finally, over here into the assets, these are things we're going to talk about again in the future. We're going to talk about audiences extensively because that's an asset you can build on Facebook. I already mentioned that in previous videos, where through your Facebook pixel, you can collect data and build audiences from either website traffic or from Facebook pages or from posts and ads that you run. And you can collect those audiences and then reuse that audience and use it to make new audiences and build your brand. It's really incredible, honestly. So audiences is a great thing we'll talk about. Your pixel is an asset we're going to talk about. Another massive, like one of the main things behind this entire system. And then images and videos are just where you can upload your own images and videos. Facebook also has its own stock images that you can use, which is really cool. And then some of this other stuff, we'll get into in the future. But for right now, this was just meant to be a walkthrough and an overall look at how the ads platform works and looks, and what it's really all about, getting it set up. So really all you needed to do in this video is get your ad account created, get yourself assigned to your own ad account, and then get your payment method set so that we can move forward into some of the next stuff. All right, now that's it for this video. In the next one, I'm going to start talking about the psychology of Facebook ads, because I think it's really important to talk about that before we get into the mechanics. And then after that, we'll start looking at your Facebook pixel, and then Facebook pages, and then intro to the ads manager, and some of the nuts and bolts of how everything works. So I'm excited to keep moving forward with you. Thank you for watching. This concludes really the first section, introduction to Facebook ads. I will see you in the next section when we start talking about the psychology of Facebook ads.